Alright, what's going on, guys? In honor of summertime, I got a summertime story. So, or no, I got an end of the year story going into summer. This is sophomore year. Wait, let's tap the Nick before. Okay, I can communicate now. So, to preface the story, I'm an avid smoker, but I also have horrible anxiety. Like, it's like genuinely like I need my prescription benzos or else I will freak out and not be able to function. That's the type of anxiety that I got, right? I need those shits. Here's the problem with them though. Aside from them being addictive, you can have a seizure and die from fucking withdrawal without them. We know all that, okay? A thing that I really don't hear as commonly, which I really wish was more commonly like talked about and even like doctors who are prescribing a benzo to would talk about more often is once they take effect, like at the peak of it, you really just forget that you took it. Someone could throw something at me and I would not do anything back. Type of calm. So, as previously implied, you forget that you took it, or sometimes you'll just tend to forget that you took it. And as the avid smoker I am, whenever I'm taking Valium, I do not mix it with anything. That is, it could cause respiratory depression. You could stop breathing in your sleep and fucking die. And literally, all it just benzo can cause respiratory depression. So if you really want to increase that risk, go for it. But just, just please take my advice and just, if you want to geek off of it, just take hella. No, no, don't take hella. Take the amount that you know you can handle. Like if it's Valium, don't go crazy. For if you're gonna geek your first time off Valium, do 6 milligrams. Don't fucking take take 3 2 milligram pills. If it's really your first time geeking off of Valium. Like just don't mix it with nothing. Just experience the effects first. Realize how you can handle it, right? Unfortunately, due to prior experiences, I know I can't handle myself off weed and Valium. It's a horrible combination for me. And a lot of people can actually like it's kind of almost rare to have like the type of or at least I want to say from like type of experiences that I've heard from like my friends, excluding online, like from my friends, they can all handle a benzo with weed pretty good. I can't like at all. It's a horrible mixture for me, and I really don't know why. But look, I just can't. I'm in the bathroom with two of my boys. I'm obviously at school at this point. I'm in the bathroom, two of my boys, and I'm just chiefing Nick. I'm not even like plan. I wasn't even planning on getting fried, but my friend T walks in there, so we're gonna call him T. He possessed something known as a bossy, and they're kind of mid. If I'm gonna be real with y'all, I don't really fuck with them like that. But you know what? He does. I tapped it, mind you. Took my Valium this morning, so fucking already a bad idea. And I should really include this. I don't know why I didn't. once you start like mixing Valium with shit, you'll either pass out or make the worst decisions of your life and just genuinely like fuck everything up. Like it's not as bad as something like Xanax where you could ruin your life in a day if you fuck up on it. At least in my experience, I'm not saying like go test it out for yourself. I'm just implying my experiences. But yeah, I obviously am gonna hit the bossy because I for some reason it didn't cross my mind that I'd taken my Valium this morning. As soon as I felt that bitch, you start like mixing Valium with shit, you'll either pass out or make the worst decisions of your life and just genuinely like fuck everything up. Like it's not as bad as something like Xanax where you could ruin your life in a day if you fuck up on it. At least in my experience, I'm not saying like go test it out for yourself. I'm just implying my experiences. But yeah, I obviously am gonna hit the bossy because I for some reason it didn't cross my mind that I'd taken my Valium this morning. As soon as I felt that bitch kick in, bruh, I remembered that I had taken my Valium that morning, and the reason I'd remembered that is because if you remember your first cart high, you'll know that like you'll know the feeling like your frame rate dropping almost, like just shit doesn't feel real. It's not a common feeling if you smoke as commonly as I do. So as soon as I started feeling that kind of effect, I was like, oh shit, I fucked up. But as previously implied, Valium mixed with shit is gonna make you make bad decisions. I go to the locker room, meet up with my friend, we're gonna call him Jay. He has an out of state card. I'm not gonna say which one, I don't wanna get him in trouble. I'm really trying to protect this dude because we're talking he could get time because of the state and the laws that I got, unfortunately, because the state is fucking gay about weed. He could get some time for the cart that he had. Okay, it was out of state and it possessed more, what's it called? More THC than is even allowed in the state that I live in, right? Blinked, no, double blinked that bitch. At this point, or once it had kicked in, I was fully geeked, like hard geeked. I'm talking really don't know why I decided to go back in there. Like I said, bad decisions. And I'd only realized that after the fact, but Valium makes you obviously not care. It's an anxiety med, so I wasn't tweaking about it or nothing. I wasn't really tweaking about it until I had gotten into the bathroom. It's a bathroom at the front of the hallway, right? My first class of the day was at the end of this hallway, not far. I go in there, put my stuff down. My day started, this day was finals week. So the day started at 8:15. I didn't realize that it was only 8. Okay, it's only 8 and I'm geeking this fucking hard. However, that had brought some comfort to me because I'm like, wait, I might be able to sober up enough for my class. So I wait in that bitch, or I go drop my stuff up in there, go in the bathroom across the hall, or at the beginning of the hall, because my class was at the end of the hall. I wait in that bitch for 13 minutes. And I'm doom scrolling. I'm talking like, what did I just try there? Anyways, doom scrolling the fuck out of myself. Or doom scrolling the fuck out of TikTok. Like, I don't even think I was watching the videos, if I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember a lot of it. Or like any of the small, minute details that I don't believe I was paying like any attention to the actual videos. I was just scrolling for the sake of I needed class to start. So fast forward, it's 8:13. I get out of that bitch. I start walking to my class. It's all going pretty like as expected until I sit down and instantly I notice my breathing is incredibly shallow. Like I couldn't feel my lips type of shallow. It was it was actually really dumb, and I don't think anyone should test this out for themselves because it was a horrible experience. As I'm sitting down, my breathing is shallow as fuck. There's this girl, right? This bitch somehow always knew when I was geeking, and I had like not known her in a personal way at all, so I don't know how she was like aware of this. I can tell that she knew I was geeking extra hard this day because I was like, I want to say quarter nodding almost. It, it's honestly like almost embarrassing to say. But yeah, I was quarter nodding in my biology class on the final week, finals week. So I had to take my finals same day. And from what my friends had told me, I guess the teacher, this is just some small detail that I want to include. The teacher had said hi to me multiple times, and I just ignored the fuck out of her. Like, I didn't realize she was talking to me, or I just didn't hear her. I don't know which one it was, but it was one of the two, and I actually feel bad about it because she was a really chill teacher. Like, I actually feel hella bad because it's her last time seeing me, too. Like, this is my lasting impression she had of me, bruh. This is so fried. Anyways, I digress. As she's handing out the test, or no, wait, we're back to the bitch who always knew I was geeking. So she knew I was geeking extra hard because I was quarter nodding. It's pretty hard to hide. Thank God she's the only one that I noticed, or at least remember who noticed. Because she was like giving me this look that I could just I could just tell she knew that I was off more than weed, bruh. And it's not good for people to know, especially in school. If you want to tell your boys that you're geeking off something before school, you tell your boys that you don't want randoms to know. Obviously, that's it's like the number one rule of drugs, I feel. So, or no, that's not the number one rule, but that's definitely an unspoken rule. You don't want people who you don't want no one to know that you're geeking off more than weed. Okay, it's scary because you don't know if they're gonna snitch, and you don't know who they're gonna tell, especially if it's in school. It's bad if they go around saying shit in school. To this day, I'm not aware if she had said anything or if people were really cool about just me geeking extra hard. Obviously, she didn't know what I was geeking on. So she could have just said I was like overly high. I'm hoping. Anyways, away from her, she's really like not. She's kind of a significant part actually, because that's when I realized like how hard I was geeking. Because I don't know if I said this already. My breathing was shallow. and I couldn't feel my lips. That was a horrible feeling, but not when you're high. So that's actually so fried. I don't know why I'm just going online and saying this shit. This is so dumb, but I honestly just feel like yapping today. So obviously, she's handing out the final. For a good 10 minutes, I'm just staring at this packet. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I was so like petrified of even touching this test because I knew I was cooked. Like before even getting to school, I didn't know what was going on. So just to add on to the fact of I'm geeking off of Valium and a lot of weed, that just made it even worse. And I could fucking barely breathe. So there's a lot going on that is preventing me from locking it in. After I decided, I came to the conclusion. This is really the last thing that I remember. I just remember saying, you know what? I'm gonna just deal with it. And that's really all that I can remember on my part, aside from turning in the test. I don't remember anything after that, anything significant. But this is when I started regaining memory. We only had two classes a day. My second class was a study hall, so I'd actually gotten to go home early. Finals week is weird at my school. So I'm going home early, and this is when I start remembering, this is where my memory kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? This is when my memory kind of comes back to me. I remember my mom even asking, she's like, "Did you smoke today?" So I just remember being very like emotionless, not emotional, emotionless. Like I really didn't feel anything, and that was just it's such a weird feeling. It's kind of hard though. I liked it if I'm be real with y'all, but yeah. Wait, I'm trying to. What is Fallout New Vegas, bro? Or what is this game? But anyways, after school, I always take a nap. Once I get home, I took my shower, put pajamas on because sleeping in pajamas is the option. I don't care what anyone says that shorts bullshit. No, fuck you. You're gay if you sleep in shorts, dude. I really hate to tell you, but you're gay if you do that. So I'm all ready for bed. I go to sleep. I wake up. How long after? I can't remember like exact times, which I apologize for profusely. I had slept for I want to say 3 4 hours. Like this wasn't an after school nap. This was genuine sleep, which I did not mean or intend to do at all. I wake up to my mom in my room, and she goes, Either you tell me if you smoke something today, or I make you pee in a cup and take you off your anxiety meds. Mind you, I genuinely need these fucking benzos, or else I will have a panic attack, and it's unbearable. It's a horrible, horrible feeling. I genuinely needed it, right? So I fess up. I'm like, yeah, mom, I perchance chiefed a little bit. And what she says to me is honestly the saddest thing I've ever heard her say to me. I thought you overdosed. Why would she ask this? My breathing was still so shallow in my sleep that she goes, she could barely hear me and she was shaking me and I wasn't waking up. She was on the cusp of calling. My bad. She said she was on the cusp of calling 911. Thank God she didn't. And, that does obviously stick with me, and that low key just made me need Valium even more. But that did teach me to, not mix my drugs. So, moral of the story, don't chief on Valium. It's not worth it. It's dumb. Unless if you can handle it. If you can handle it, then go for it. All power to you. Like, and I'm being serious. If you can handle it, honestly go for it. It's probably beneficial almost. But if you're like me, don't do it. If you know you can't handle it, don't do it. It's dumb. And you'll be left with some long lasting, not good feelings, such as your mom waking you up saying that she thought you overdosed. So, anyways, hope y'all have a good summer. Hope you guys have some good geeks. Um, it's gonna be a rocky summer. I can already tell. But you know what? Fuck it, we ball. Okay. So I'm